Within the vast expanse of existence where the intellectual and spiritual pursuits of humankind intertwine, lies a profound truth that transcends the mundane. In this intricate dance of cognition and soul, true understanding is not a mere accumulation of data, nor is it the cold collection of facts. Knowledge alone cannot lift the veil of the cosmic mystery. It is but the first step in a grand journey, one that beckons the soul to ascend toward the ineffable, toward a state of being where information is transmuted into a higher order of wisdom, an internal illumination that reverberates through the deepest chambers of the heart. This illumination, this sacred insight, is more than the result of human effort. It is an awakening, a divine unfolding bestowed upon us by a power far greater than ourselves. It is an invitation to commune with the source of all that is, an opportunity to transcend the limitations of our mortal comprehension and experience the divine's presence as a living reality. For it is not by human endeavors alone that we are lifted into this state of enlightenment. Rather, it is by the grace of a cosmic entity, a supreme consciousness, that we are gifted with the capacity to perceive the true nature of existence. As we orient our hearts, minds, and spirits toward this divine essence, we become vessels, channels through which the light of creation pours. But this light is not one that is acquired and held. It is not something we can grasp with the mind or capture with the intellect. It is an energy, a vibrational force that permeates the very fabric of our being, dissolving the barriers of ego and separation. The more we surrender to it, the more it fills us, and the more we become one with the source from which it flows. In this state, we are no longer defined by the limitations of the self. We are no longer mere individuals, but embodiments of the greater whole. The lines between the personal and the universal blur, and we come to recognize that the true nature of reality is unity, oneness, love. This understanding, that true enlightenment is a divine gift, reshapes the way we approach our spiritual journey. It teaches us that the pursuit of knowledge is not an end in itself, but a means to open the heart, to prepare the soul for the reception of this grace. For in the silence between thoughts, in the space between breaths, it is there that the divine speaks, and when the heart is open and attuned, it can receive the message in full, not as a whisper, but as a radiant flood of truth that transforms us from the inside out. Yet this journey is not without its challenges. There are moments, often prolonged, where solitude becomes our only companion. These are the times when the path seems barren, when the vast wilderness of spiritual exploration stretches out before us with no fellow travelers in sight. It is in these moments that the soul is tested, not through trials of external hardship, but through the quiet loneliness of the seeker. It is in these moments that we must turn inward, seeking not the validation or companionship of others, but the stillness and light within. For the spiritual journey, though personal and intimate, is not one of isolation. Rather, it is a journey into the heart of the cosmic collective, where each individual becomes a reflection of the whole. To walk this path alone is not to be abandoned. It is to be called into the sacred responsibility of becoming a light unto oneself. In solitude, we discover the truth of our being, that we are never truly alone, for within us resides the spark of the divine, ever present, ever illuminating. Nestled within the pages of the unified theory of you, we find this philosophy finds its fullest expression. Here, the individual is portrayed not just as the seeker, but as the very shrine of the pilgrimage. It is within ourselves that we must search for the answers, for the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe is not hidden in distant lands or ancient texts, but in the very core of our being. As the microcosm reflects the macrocosm, so too does our inner world mirror the vastness of creation. This understanding, that we are both the pilgrim and the temple, invites us to see ourselves as part of the divine plan, as integral pieces of the cosmic puzzle. In this sacred journey, we are not only seekers of wisdom, we are its carriers. The wisdom we seek is not something to be possessed or hoarded, but something to be shared, passed on like a torch from one awakened soul to another. In this way, the unified theory of you is not just a book of knowledge. It is a living, breathing guide, a companion for those on the path of enlightenment. It serves as a beacon, calling forth those who are ready to awaken, to step into the light of their true nature, and to help usher in a new era, a time of collective awakening, of spiritual renaissance. This new era, foretold by mystics and prophets alike, is not one marked by material achievement or technological advancement, but by the awakening of the human spirit. It is a time when humanity will come to understand its true nature, when the artificial divisions that have separated us will dissolve, and we will come together in unity and love. It is an era in which the wisdom of the ancients will be rediscovered, not as relics of a bygone era, but as living truths that resonate with the deepest parts of our souls. In this new age of enlightenment, the individual and the collective are not at odds. They are not two separate entities, but two aspects of the same whole. The wisdom we seek in our personal journey is the same wisdom that will heal the world. The love we cultivate in our own hearts is the same love that will bring peace to humanity. As each of us awakens, we contribute to the collective awakening, creating a ripple effect that will spread across the globe. But this awakening is not something that can be forced or rushed. It is a process, a gradual unfolding that occurs in its own time, according to the divine plan. It requires patience, perseverance, and trust. Trust that the path we are on is the right one. Trust that the challenges we face are not obstacles, but opportunities for growth. Trust that the light we seek is already within us, waiting to be uncovered. As we journey through life, we are called to become vessels of this light, to embody the wisdom and love that we seek. We are called to shine brightly, not for our own sake, but for the sake of others. For it is through our light that others will be drawn to the path. It is through our wisdom that others will be inspired to seek their own truth. And it is through our love that the world will be healed. This is the true essence of the unified theory of you, that we are not separate from the divine, but are expressions of it, that we are not isolated individuals, but interconnected beings, part of a vast cosmic whole, and that the purpose of our journey is not to accumulate knowledge or power, but to become vessels of love, wisdom, and light. This is the path to true enlightenment, the path that will lead us home. Welcome to Atlantean Astrology by L.S. Larkey.